In a very moving tribute captured on video, President Joe Biden was brought to tears by his wife, Jill, and I have the full story about their heartfelt moment coming up next. It was a touching night of tears and sentimental goodbyes on the White House lawn as the man who dedicated over 4 decades of his life to public service was given a farewell celebration by supporters and donors, and First Lady Jill Biden's tribute stole the show, and you'll experience her words and his emotional reaction in just a minute. But first, let's see how Joe opened the event and described his years of service and residency in the House of the Presidency.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. If you have a seat, please take it, but don't jump in the pool. Jill and I are hosting this dinner tonight for a very simple reason: to say thank you. Thank you to so many dear friends. We began this journey to redeem the soul of the nation and to find the light in the darkness. Jill and I never could have gotten to where the White House has become without you. And we never could have gotten as much done as we did without you. And that's not hyperbole. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Maybe the most important thing you've done is lend your name, your reputation, your character to this effort. It's more than just saying we're for that administration. You put yourself on the line. And we'll never forget. We're incredibly grateful. One thing I've always believed about public service, and especially the presidency, is the importance of asking ourselves, have we left the country in better shape than we found it? I believe we can be proud we're leaving America in a better place today than we came into office 4 years ago. This country is living through the worst pandemic we'd seen in over 100 years. Our economy was in a tailspin. We had just witnessed something we thought we'd never, ever see in America: a violent insurrection on January the 6th. And so much more. We've come a long way since then. We passed historic legislation, often with some bipartisan support, laws that are literally going to change America, not just now, but for decades and decades to come.
And here's the night's most poignant moment. It came when First Lady Jill Biden took the stage. Her words were heartfelt and personal as she described Joe not only as the president, but her husband and hero as she recounted his lifetime of service to democracy and the American people. Watch as the audience fell silent, and on the other side, you'll see that Joe couldn't hold back the tears.
A friend, a partner, and a father and grandfather whose devotion can be measured by the calls that you pick in between bilateral meetings. What I've watched you do for more than 40 years is extraordinary. Why keep that for 40 years? Well, what you got of the last 4 years is breathtaking. I'm a student hero, Joe Biden.
As the Joe Biden era comes to a close, one thing is clear. I think his legacy is a pretty good one, and he will be remembered for years to come, first as a senator for landmark legislation, which improved legal protections for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, and for his key roles in foreign policy, as vice president for his oversight on the implementation of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act and helping to stabilize the economy after 2008, and as president for navigation foundation of another economic recovery and for his leadership on climate change. Many on the left have been critical of Joe Biden for not keeping his one-term promise and damaging the Democratic Party's effort to defeat Donald Trump, including this guy. But I can set that aside to appreciate the moving human moment we just saw from a man and a woman who have seen it all. Jill's tribute and Joe's emotion reminds us of the sacrifices and perseverance it takes to lead the free world.
We've stuck to our principles, set a high standard for character and integrity in public life. And I must say, I followed that standard because I had no choice. I'm Jill Biden's husband. That's the title I'm most proud of. Jill's the rock of our family. She's been I think, one of the finest first ladies in history, in my view. And those who you know Jill, you know I'm going to catch hell for saying that. Joe, don't do that in public. Don't say that. Jilly, I love you, kid. I love you. Let me close with this. A surprise to none of you. I'm going to quote an Irish poet. William Butler Yeats wrote, "Think where man's glory most begins and ends, and say, my glory was I had such friends." Thank you, thank you, thank you. As I look out over such friends, serving as President of the United States has been the honor of my life. But while our time in office is coming to an end, our cause endures. That's because the history of the journey of America, the America of our dreams, is calling us to stay engaged, to never give up, to keep going, to keep the faith. I know I will, and I know you will. You just remember who in God's name we are. We're the United States of America. And there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Please enjoy the dinner. Thank you, thank you.